our topic for today is about operations on rational algebraic expressions. And at the end of this video, you should be able to perform operations on rational algebraic expressions and solve problems involving rational algebraic expression. Then, let's proceed with addition and subtraction of rational algebraic expressions. So, adding or subtracting RAEs with like denominators. So, when we say like, magkapareho sila ng denominators. So, in adding or subtracting RAEs with like denominators, step 1, we need to add or subtract the numerators. Then 2, copy the common denominator. Then 3, simplify the result. So, for example, we have 2 over 9 plus 4 over 9. So, let us add the numerator. So, we have 2 plus 4. And copy the common denominator, which is 9. So, 2 plus 4 is equal to 6 over 9. Then, 6 and 9 is divisible by 3. So, 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So, the final answer is 2 over 3 4/3. While in 7 over 10 minus 3 over 10, so we have 7 minus 3 over the common denominator 10. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Then over 10, and 4 and 10 is divisible by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So, the final answer is 2 over 5. So, the given is 10c over 13 plus 16c over 13. So, pareho sila ng denominator. So, ang gagawin lang natin is copy the denominator, 13. Then, add the numerator. So, we have 10c plus 16c. Then, since yung parehong terms natin ay similar terms, meaning pareho sila ng variable at pareho din yung mga exponent ng variable nila, so 10c plus 16c is equal to 26c. Bakit 26c? Kasi kapag nag-add tayo ng similar terms, ang ginagawa lang natin is add yung ating numerical coefficient, then copy the literal coefficient. So, we have 26c over 13, and check natin kung pwede pa natin siyang isimplify. So, 26 and 13 are divisible by 13. So, 26 divided by 13 is 2. 13 divided by 13 is 1. Therefore, we have 2c over 1, or simply 2c. So, the given is 8d minus 3 over 9 plus 14d plus 12 over 9. So, pareho sila ng denominator. So, let us copy the denominator 9. Then, add the terms in the numerator. So, we have 8d minus 3 plus 14d plus 12. Combine similar terms. So, 8d and 14d, when we add, the answer is 22d. Then, negative 3 and positive 12, when we add, the answer is positive 9. Then, let us check kung pwede pa natin isimplify. 22, 9, and 9, wala silang common factor. Therefore, the final answer is 22d plus 9 over 9. So, the given is 9x squared over 3x minus 5 minus 25 over 3x minus 5. So, pareho ulit sila ng denominator. So, let us copy the common denominator. Then, subtract the numerator. So, we have 9x squared minus 25. Then, hindi naman natin pwedeng i-combine dahil hindi naman sila similar terms. But, let us check kung meron pa tayong pwedeng i-simplify. So, since ang 9x squared minus 25 ay factorable using difference of two squares, so let us check. So, square root ng 9x squared ay 3x. Then, 25 is 5. So, isang sum, isang difference. Then, the denominator is 3x minus 5. Now, we can cancel binomial 3x minus 5. So, ang natira sa numerator ay 3x plus 5. In the denominator, we have 1. So, the simplest form would be 3x plus 5. So, the given is m squared plus 8m minus 15 over 3m squared minus 9m minus the expression 4m plus 6 over 3m squared minus 9m. So, since pareho sila ng denominator, so let us copy the common denominator which is 3m squared minus 9m. Then, combine the numerator, subtract them. So, we have m squared plus 8m minus 15. Then, when we subtract polynomials, we need to add their opposite. So, ang opposite ng 4m ay negative 4m. Then, opposite ng positive 6 ay negative 6. Then, let us combine similar terms. So, si m squared as m squared. So, si 8m pwede i-combine kay negative 4m. So, positive 8 plus negative 4 is positive 4m. Then, negative 15 plus negative 6 is negative 21. So, let us check kung pwede pa natin silang i-factor para makita pa tayo ng common factor na pwede natin i-cancel. So, si m squared plus 4m minus 21 ay factorable using general trinomial. So, ang factors niya ay dalawang binomials na hindi magkapareho. So, m squared we have m and m. Then, si last term negative 21 ay negative. So, magkaiba sila ng sign. And, ang sign ng bigger number ay positive. Therefore, smaller ay negative. So, anong factors ni 21 na kapag minus for magiging sagot? So, we have 7 and 3. While in the denominator, 3m squared minus 9m. So, factorable using greatest common factor. And the GCF is 3m. So, ang magiging other factor niya ay m minus 3. Now, we can see that they have common factor which is m minus 3 rather. So, ang matitira sa numerator natin ay m plus 7. Then, for the denominator, we have 3m. So, the final answer is m plus 7 over 3m. So, how about adding or subtracting RAs with different denominators? So, number 1, we need to find the LCD or the least common denominator. Write the equivalent expression of each rational expression using the LCD. Then 3, add or subtract the numerators and keep the LCD. Then 4, simplify the result. So, least common denominator or LCD is the smallest multiple the denominators have in common. So, for example, we have 5 over 6 plus 2 over 15. So, we need to factor 6 and 15. So, for 6, we have 2 times 3. Then, 15, we have 3 times 5. So, the common factor is 3, counted as 1. Then, we have the uncommon factors 2 and 5. So, LCD is equal to 2 times 3 times 5 or 30. Then, to find the new numerators, so 30 divided by 6 multiplied to 5. Then, 30 divided by 15 multiplied to 2. So, simplify 5 times 5 is equal to 25. Then, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So, 25 plus 4 is equal to 29 over 30. So, the final answer is 29 over 30. So, how about 5 over 6 minus 1 over 9? So, for 6 and 9, we have 2 times 3 and 3 times 3. So, the common factor is 3, counted again as 1. Then, we have 2 and 3. So, for LCD, we have 2 times 3 times 3 or 18. So, divide 18 by 6. The answer will be 3 multiplied to 5. Then 18 divided by 9, which is equal to 2 multiplied to 1. So, simplify. We have 5 times 3 is equal to 15. And 1 times 2 is equal to 2. 15 minus 2 is equal to 13, then over 18. So, the final answer is 13 over 18. So, the given is a over a plus 3 plus 5 over a. So, we need to add these two expressions na magkaiba ng denominator. So, kunin muna natin yung LCD. So, for the first denominator, we have a plus 3. So, ang only factor niya lang ay, or yung mga factors niya lang ay the binomial itself and 1. For a, obviously, wala siyang ibang factor kundi yung sarili niya at yung 1 lang. So, ang factors na pwede natin ilagay ay a. So, since wala silang common factor, ang LCD natin ay yung dalawang denominator. So, a times a plus 3. Now, we need to write them as similar fractions or similar expressions using the LCD. So, a times a plus 3. So, to find the new numerator, we need to divide the LCD by the denominator and multiply to the numerator. So, LCD divided by a plus 3. So, ang matitira ay a. Therefore, a times a. So, si a, minultiply dun sa nakuha natin. Then, for the second expression, so we have LCD a times a plus 3 divided by a. So, ang matitira si a plus 3. Therefore, 5 times a plus 3. So, yung 5, multiply natin dun sa nakuha natin sa quotient kanina. Then, simplify. A times a is a squared. Then, 5 times a plus 3 using distributive property would be 5a plus 15 over a times a plus 3. So, let us check kung pwede pa natin simplify yung nakuha natin. So, yung numerator natin na a squared plus 5a plus 15. So, obviously, hindi na siya factorable. Prime na siya. So, eto na ay yung final answer natin. The given is m minus 7 over m plus 6 minus 2m plus 5 over m squared plus 8m plus 12. So, as you can see, hindi sila magkapareho ng denominator. So, we need to find first the LCD. So, for m plus 6, prime na siya. So, ang factors lang niya ay 1 and m plus 6. Then, for m squared plus 8m plus 12, so, ang factors niya ay general trinomial. So, factorable siya by using general trinomial. A is equal to 1. So, binomials na hindi magkapareho. So, from m squared, we have m. Then, for 12, positive 12, since positive siya, pareho sila ng sign, pareho silang positive. Then, ano yung factors ni 12 na kapag inad, 8 ang magiging sagot. So, we have 6 and 2. So, common factor is m plus 6, counted as 1. Then, uncommon factor, which is m plus 2. So, ang LCD natin ay m plus 6 times m plus 2, which is yung second denominator natin. So, let us make them into similar expressions. So, divide LCD by m plus 6, ang magiging sagot ay m plus 2. So, si m minus 7 multiplied to m plus 2. While the other expression, so yung LCD natin, since pareho lang sila, this LCD divided by itself is equal to 1. So, 2m plus 5 pa din. Then, simplify natin to using FOIL method. So, si m times m for the first terms, so m squared. Outer terms m and positive 2 is positive 2m. inner terms negative 7 and m is negative 7m. Then last terms negative 7 and positive 2 is negative 14. And we need to subtract the polynomial 2m plus 5. So when we subtract polynomials, we add the opposite terms of the given polynomial. So ano yung opposite term ng 2m? So negative 2m. Ano yung opposite ng positive 5? So negative 5. Then, combine similar terms. So, si m squared ay walang kapartner. Si 2m at si negative 2m, kapag kinombine natin, since sila ay opposite terms, so we need to cancel them. Then, negative 7m na lang ang natira. Then, for negative 14 and negative 5, like terms, therefore, add negative 14 plus negative 5 is negative 19 over m plus 6 times m plus 2. So, si negative 19, wala naman siyang ibang factors na pwedeng maging negative 7 ang sagot. Therefore, eto na yung final answer natin. So, the problem is to find the perimeter of a rectangle with a length of 4t plus 5 over 3 meters and a width of 5t plus 6 over 2 meters. So, since we all know that the perimeter of rectangle is equal to twice the length plus twice the width, so let us substitute the values of length and width in our formula. So, 2 times 4t plus 5 over 3 plus 2 times 5t plus 6 over 2. Then, since we have multiplication and addition, so using the order of operations, we need to solve first multiplication. So, yung 2, multiply natin dun sa ating length and width. So, 2 times 40 is 8t, 2 times 5 is 10 over 3. Plus 2 times 5 is 10t, 2 times 6 is 12 over 2. Now, applying the addition of rational algebraic expressions with different denominators, so we need to find the LCD ng ating denominators. So, we have 3 and 2. So, multiply lang natin. So, 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So, LCD is 6. Therefore, 6 divided by 3, 2. So, 2 times 8t plus 10. While in this group, 6 divided by 2, 3. So, 3 times 10t plus 12. Then, distributive property, 16t plus 20 plus 3 times 10t is 30t. Then, 3 times 12 is 36 over 6. Then, 16t plus 30t is 46t. Then, 20 plus 36 is 56 over 6. Divisible sila by 2. So, common factor ng numerator is 2. So, we have 23t plus 28. In denominator, we have 2 times 3. Cancel 2. So, the final answer is 23t plus 28 over 3 meters.